Same thing, we need to allow a couple of inches for the tuck away. We need to make sure we're past halfway with the fabric and running parallel, nice and straight with the weave. A few anchor pins. So we've got 2.5 inches tuck in on the seats down here. Down here, 2.5 inch. So, sorry, 2 inch. But with our seam allowance, that's 2.5. So basically, we just need to measure 2.5 to the back. And then the same along the back here. And then we can cut the excess fabric away. So I've allowed 2.5 along the back, 2.5 along the side of the seat. All we need now is the halfway point. Just double check from a few different areas. So that's my halfway points. And then we can tuck away. And we can tuck away down here too. So we've tucked the seat away. This is the seat down here. All we need to do from down here, just cut up to the seat, 1/4 of an inch away from the top of the seat. That releases the fabric so we can pin our border around the seat. I'm just going to lose a little bit of the excess fabric. So this is our front border piece. Again, past halfway. Anchor that into position, making sure the weave is level. So it's nice and secure. Just lose a little bit of the excess fabric here. And then all we're doing is we're pinning along the piping. To the edge, and then we want to pin around and into the inside arm. Like so. And then we're cutting and leaving our seam allowance. And then we want a notch there, and then a notch on this side. And then down here, nice and tight into the inside arm. Now we are going to be putting a valance on this chair, so I'll be measuring this off shortly, but nice and tight into the arm there. And then again, we'll be adding our seams. So plus seam down here. Now, when we come to sew the seat together, we'll be piping, or you can leave a bare seam or pipe around here. And then this piece here, we'll be sewing to the tuck-in, which I don't know if you can see here, but that's a tuck-in piece behind there, behind the arm. I'm going to put a little notch here and a little notch on the tuck. Like so. So we'll be sewing this part of the border, we'll be sewing to the tuck-in, which we've allowed for down here, the 2.5 inch tuck-in that we've allowed for. So we'll just be sewing this piece to the tuck-in, and then from the tuck-in downwards, we'll be picking up the arm once we put that up. once we get that pinned into position. And then again, we just need our halfway marker. 19.5, so we're 9 3/4. Again, just double check